Hello and welcome to another episode of my Productivity Mastery series. My name is Carl Pauline and this week I want to talk to you about being in a reactive as opposed to a proactive state. Now there are effectively two states that we are working in. The problem is most people are working in a reactive state every single day. And a reactive state is not going to allow you to be able to become better organized and more productive. In fact, to become much more productive, you need to get yourself into a proactive state. Now, many years ago when I was working in the car industry, I've worked in many industries. When I was working in the car industry, I had a wonderful sales manager. And my sales manager always used to tell me that I had to become a fire prevention officer instead of a firefighter. Now, essentially what he meant was that if I was a firefighter, all I was doing was reacting to events that were happening to me. Whereas a fire prevention officer was somebody who went around and was very aware of potential dangers that could interrupt my daily workflow. And that's essentially what you need to do. You need to go from that reactive state, which is the firefighter state, so you're always putting out fires, into a fire prevention officer state, which is the proactive state. Now, what it means is it doesn't mean that you have to become super negative and look at all the bad things that could particularly happen within your projects. All it means is following a few simple disciplines every day that will enable you to stay on top of what is truly important amongst your projects and amongst the things that you have to do on your daily life. Now, let's give you some simple examples. If you're using your calendar properly, and that means that all your non-negotiable events are on your calendar, and you review your calendar every day, then you are going to be able to see potential time conflict problems ahead of them happening. And this often happens when people allow other people to be able to schedule meetings on their calendar. Now, some people say, I'm not allowed to change that, I have to allow that. You know, that's not always true, and you can change the setting if you did a few little bit of research in your calendar to make sure that you have to accept the invitation to a meeting rather than it being automatically accepted. Now, there's one thing that you can switch, and if you don't know whether that's set on your calendar, go and check. Your calendar has to have all your non-negotiable events on there first. That then gives you the power to be able to see where you've got gaps and where you can do your focused work. So there's just one simple way of making sure that you're shifting from the reactive state to a proactive state, and you make sure that you review your calendar before the end of the day to make sure that you know where you need to be and what's happening tomorrow. Another one that you can do to keep you in a proactive state is to make sure that you're reviewing all your active projects. Now, some people have many multiple projects ongoing at one time. The problem here is that a lot of those projects, they're all moving at different speeds. Some projects are very active and there's a lot of stuff happening. Those need to be reviewed much more frequently than those projects that are not moving very quickly at all. You could have a project that's assigned to have a deadline date at the end of this year. Now, it actually means we're only 3 months away, so that might actually be speeding up right now, in which case you need to start reviewing it a little bit more frequently. You know, review those projects every 2 or 3 times a week. Make sure you know what's happening, anticipating any potential problems. That puts you into a proactive state. Another thing that you need to be aware of is that you're allowing yourself enough time each day to be able to allow for those unexpected events which inevitably are going to happen, other people's crises, problems with customers and clients. You know, we're always going to get these. They come up every single day. You need to schedule time to deal with those. There's no point in cramming your to-do list manager with 20 to 30 to-dos in a particular day, because you're just not going to get that done. In which case then that your to-do list becomes meaningless, because you can't do it. You're not going to do it. And then you just go and pick and choose, and you usually end up picking the low-hanging fruit, which doesn't have that much impact on any of your projects or goals. So be much more selective and particularly affect a more prioritization method to your system so that you're actually getting the right stuff done, the big stuff, the stuff that has a major impact on your projects, so they're moving forward. And really that's all you have to do, which is to keep yourself in a proactive state. Now, I grew up in a very, very massively supportive sports team. We follow Leeds Rhinos back in the day. I still follow Leeds Rhinos today. Not doing so well these days, but what I always learned about team sports, in fact actually individual sports too, is that the team that always win is not necessarily the team that has the most talented players. The team that always wins is the team that stays focused on their objective, is very disciplined and sticks to the game plan. It's just about following some basic fundamentals. Stay disciplined. Follow the basic fundamentals. That means you're doing your processing and your planning just 20 to 30 minutes a day. It's not long, but if you're doing that 20 to 30 minutes a day, process what you collected, and you actually plan out what you want to accomplish the next day, and you stick to that every single day, those little disciplines, that is going to keep you in a much more proactive state. And the proactive state is the place where you want to be because you're in control, you have much less stress, and you get your work done to a much, much higher standard than if you're in a reactive state, which is basically a very stressed out of control state, which means deadlines get missed, milestones are not met, and things just keep going wrong. So there you go. I really wanted to explain about that. I wrote about this last week in my blog post, which I'll put a link to in the show notes so you can read that. It really is important that if you want to take your productivity to the highest possible level, then you need to make sure that you're shifting from a reactive state to a proactive state. And the way to do that is just to follow a few simple disciplines every day that will keep you focused on what's important and anticipating potential problems as and when they come up. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. It just remains for me now to wish you all a very, very productive week. Thank you very much for watching this video. Now, have I got something special to tell you about? The Time and Life Mastery version 3 course has launched. Now, this course is transformative. It will transform your life. If you find that your life is drifting from one day to the next and that you feel that you're not actually achieving your goals, then this course is going to show you how to change that. It's going to show you how to identify what is truly important to you. It's going to show you how to find what it is you want out of life, and then show you the steps that you need to take in order to get there. This course is amazing. The feedback I've got from versions 1 and version 2 have just been tremendous. It has helped so many people, and I want this opportunity to tell you that it can do the same for you. I hope you will take a look at the course, have a go, take the course, and start transforming your life today. This course will do that for you. Take a look, get yourself enrolled, and hopefully I'll see you in the course.